All right, good morning. It is Wednesday, March 30th. Small caps are back, baby. We got this one here, DRCT. It's going to be hard. Had news a couple days. Yeah, it's going to want to push, and it's going to be this. Yeah, exactly. And it's jamming a bunch of news or volume now. Yeah, I was just checking with a bigger chart there, and it's up and away there. Had that pre-market activity, but I mean, if you want to take a look at the daily chart, there's not much to see, right? So, um, yeah, there's a 2 hour chart. So, yeah, jump on, hang on. No real targets for me. So we kind of missed it. Yeah, it happened at 9:31, and now it's 9:32. So, saying that, are we going to get a pullback and then a push, right? So this is a tough call. I don't know if we're going to trade this. It's $5.28. Yeah, tricky. There's the pullback, but I mean, are you going to want to take that? Yeah, and seeing as I can't get any targets, like other than some sort of extensions or make believe targets, I can't take a trade on this. This isn't how you stay in the game. If you want to make it blunt, if you want to do cowboy work and trade crypto and stuff, that's fine. But you're not going to be in the game long enough to understand that you did something wrong. Now it is gatoring, or not gatoring, but it is wedging nicely. Call it the gator too, if you wanted to call it a gator. I say too much. I got to work on that. Yeah, if it can get ahead of $5.30 here, you might have something. But I mean, I don't know if I can take it personally. It's just too violent. I don't know. There it goes. So there's 30. So that would have entered you. Now, typically, I make the mistake in getting in right away because of those moves right there. But look at this rip. Look at this rip down now. Look at it. See that? Interesting, isn't it? Ah ha ha ha. Ooh, wasn't that a beautiful candle there, eh? Hey there, buddy. 2%, 2%. Oh no, 8% drawdown. Is that right? 8.7% drawdown on that one candle that lasted. Oh man, 5 seconds. You wouldn't have got out. That's I guess that you wouldn't have got out. You wouldn't have been filled out. That would have been it. That's awesome. So now what? Is it the failure that's ready to come? So good thing we didn't put our order in at that 30. That was perfect. I might have to give myself a high five for that one. Absolutely, in real time, every time. That's exactly it. Yeah, the question is, will it claw its way back from here? I really don't know if it'll claw its way back from here. It is laying support down in a nice spot. See how it does it? One, and it comes back. This isn't quite low enough, but there's our ultimate, right? Goes up, comes back on top of it, goes up, lays on top of it, comes up, lays on top of it. See how the Lego blocks? Um, will it work? I don't know. And it's too far. I don't think it's going to work for me. Yeah, that's another one of those questions, right? Like all these trades are everywhere, every day. You got all these opportunities, yet are they the ones that you want to take or the ones you're going to take? Like you can make a lot of pretends here, but if you keep throwing darts at this stuff, man, it'll take you down. There you go. There's another rip that took say 30 seconds that equaled another 5% teardown. Like this thing is just gonna rip your face off. Look at it. Yeah, awesome. You didn't become a bag holder. That's awesome. Um, I really don't know if this is gonna turn around from here. Well, I was wrong. Small caps aren't back. Everything else is kind of going off, right? So this is what I've been working on. Is actually switching gears and getting into the futures market. Trying to watch the ES or they have a lot of leverage over there as well, right? So your $100 or your $200 actually gets you quite a bit of leverage, right? So you can actually make a lot of profits, man. If you use one, two, three lots, four lots, you can really make some. You can really make some headroom there. Saying that, it's not good for a TFSA, and it's not good for It's a margin. It's a margin account, so you're going to be taxed. Sometimes it doesn't really matter, but I always kind of look at what does this company do, right? So Direct Digital Holdings brings state of the art supply and demand, supply side and demand side advertising platforms together under one umbrella. Huh. Yeah, so advertising, I guess. Yeah, and it has earnings or something. That's what it's all about. So, obviously the earnings weren't that good. Well, this is what I'm going to say. Look, we started here, and let's just call it any type of stock. Look at it's up 78% from where it was yesterday. So if this thing can close right here at this level, or like finish, like say the month at this level, or here, whatever, that's 30% up. So that's a dramatic increase if this thing were to finish. What was our number there? What was our number? Our number was say $3.26. Where's $3.26? Yeah. So if we can finish here, look at that'd be great, right? That would be a great. That would be great, and we would be up and away, right? That's great for the company. So don't ever think that this is like, oh, look, it's giving back all of its gains. No, they took the gains. Look, all the gains were made by insiders. Look at all this, right? This is where the retail comes in, and it gets they just take more money, right? Because they're selling hundreds of whatever thousands of shares into you. So yeah, don't get fooled. Well, I still don't think I'd take a trade on this, but look at how it ripped back, and now it's like making a rally right back on that level. You see these levels? See this level? Made a rally off of that level. Isn't that interesting? So, like, if you were, you know, I guess if you're a real cowboy, you would have set that order there and knew, you know what I mean? It's like, I know that it's going to do a return from there. How do you know that? Now, what if you had got it? What was the? Yeah, it's only 9%, right? Like, I don't know. We're gonna keep monitoring this. It's just, I don't think it'll do anything, and I'm not gonna take a trade. But so I said I wasn't gonna trade it, but look at here we are now. Well, I'm not gonna. I probably won't trade it, but I mean, jumpins. Look at it now. This is what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm not in it, but I'm definitely on it, and it's still wanting to rip. Look. We didn't really get that much of an increase in the volume. It is increasing, but I mean, it's not like tremendously increasing. Huh. And look at it go. It's just going to want to rip here. See if we can get a bunch of people on board. Let me get in on this a little bit more. Yeah, there's a bit more volume there. I guess it's the old dip and rip red to green move, really, right? Like what? That's what happened. It was a red candle. It was a green candle, then it was a red candle, and then it went back to green. It's kind of interesting how this one's actually played out. Good to keep records of this kind of stuff. You see what I mean? Like, if you don't do it in real time, you'll never really get the full, like, you'll see it after, I guess. Yeah, you see it all after, and you're like, oh, well, that was pretty easy. But when you're doing it in real time, every time, that's where, you know what I mean? Because everybody can look at it and go, hey, well, that was smart, wasn't it? But in real time, could you pick up on the nuances of it and then do a trade with the with the proper execution mindset? And then when you were in the trade, we need the proper trade management so we don't fuck it all up. And are you actually going to do those things in real time? That's why we need to practice. That's why we're recording all these. This is what I'm saying. If you don't do it in real time, if you're always in the hindsight, always looking at charts like at the end of the day, running screeners to find the next trade, you'll never really get it on it, right? You have to really put in the screen time here. I guess that's what I'm stressing, is that the screen time is one of the most, I guess, underrated kind of things that you really need to put in the proper amount of screen time before you can actually get a handle on doing the job correctly. it's really volatile. That's what I mean. Like, so if you had a, I don't know about taking this short because you're probably not going to get the locates on it, but I mean, um, let's just say we caught that little bounce there. You know, that's 9% jumping. So that's big. So what's going to happen now? Is it going to go back? See if we're going to hold this bottom here. You see what I mean? What if it holds that bottom there? This is a part of the job. You just got to keep maintaining discipline and watching and actually paying attention, and not just be like, oh. So again, it's tricky. It's like it's always wanting to give you, but it's gonna always take it back. I can measure that for you too, right? Just like say it broke the VWAP, and yeah, there's 6-7% right there, huh? Super interesting. Now look at it. Look at it. It's breaking out now. Now look at how tight that is. And this is the stuff that I'm trying to, like, you know what I mean? I don't make this stuff up. I just draw the lines. Look at it. Touched it. I mean, it touched it perfectly. And look what happened. I had a reaction. It went the other way. Interesting. See that? Like, I mean, touched it. So, in my opinion, it touched it. That means it might be done. Right? It doesn't have to. Usually, if it comes a little short of it, it wants to do it. And if it goes a little through it, then it goes through it. Well, there it goes. It just went through it. So I was a little bit wrong there, right? But look at it break out now. Look at the volume. Now, what do? Do you jump on this and try and grab a trade? Is that what you think you should do? Grab onto that and say, look at, go. Where to where? I see, again, I can't really get behind it. We can keep an eye on it. I can measure it for you. That's 3-4% right now. Tremendous amount of volume actually coming in. Let's look at it here. Look at that volume there. 800,000. That's a big candle. Well, it's only 3%. Huh. It's interesting. Let's see if it turns around here. I don't know. Maybe this is the stuff you want to watch. This is just a tighter time frame. Get a little more in it. Excuse me. Get a little more in on it, right? See if we can see anything. Look at this wanting to break out of here. Look at boom. Look at this volume come in. Watch this volume come in. Sometimes when it comes with a push of volume, it's also matched with selling pressure, right? Not quite here. Not quite. There's some more buying pressure. Tape speeding up. Yeah, it's wanting to reject that number now. Now it's going to give it back. Such a battle, eh? Back and forth, back and forth. That's what it does. Until it settles and people get on to it, right? Let's call this price discovery is what they're doing, right? So the whole thing would be so active. Holy smokes, look at this thing. Or volatile or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, look at it. Now we're actually moving back up. Should we take a trade here? Like, I'm not going to, I don't think, but I can't help but feel like I've got a little bit of the FOMO, right? Yeah, almost, right? But I'm also saying don't chase. So, I don't know. We'll just keep tracking it. You can leave me a comment. How would you have done this differently? Well, and with that last drop there, I'm going to call it, it is 3, it's 20 to 4, so it's the day is almost over anyway, right? So, like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell. That's how you come back for your high fives.